It's me, Landy Sugar Plum, speaking here, taking the last pictures of the house that I bought with my inheritance from my family. And it's been a disaster, but it was really good. So I'm just taking pictures of this and what my daughter did. And these are the plants that so isn't this beautiful? So I'm taking these off, and I took the ones upstairs off. I think I did everything. So take care. I'm saying goodbye to this house that God provided. It's very sad what has happened, and it grieves me greatly what has happened. This was supposed to be for my children's inheritance from me, but it was stolen, and I don't know what happens after this. Timothy nearly died, my son Ayal Timothy, and he would have lost everything, and it would have gone to my youngest, and then it would have been the two of them. What a way that would have been, yeah? So God graciously saved him from dying in an accident. It was not a collision accident, so it was a solo. I hope that he understands when I talked about the warning from God. God doesn't mess around with inheritances. Like, I never wanted an inheritance because it's such a dangerous thing to have, and I never wanted to touch it. I never wanted to talk about it. I wanted never even think about it. All I wanted ever was my parents, my dad and mum, that God gave me the second set, my adopted parents. I didn't want them dead. I already had my first set dead, sorted in front of me, murdered in the war in Vietnam. So, yeah, my siblings were already fighting over a house that mum and dad were thinking of buying, and they were already squabbling over that. And I thought, you know what? I don't want anything to do with my sisters and brothers fighting over that. Mum and dad had the prerogative to do what they want, to give to whoever they wanted, and I knew whoever looked after them would get the house, and that's what happened. And Pete decided to do that, and he knew that he was going to get a house at the end of the day, and that's what he got. Assuming that he was going to live longer than they did, and he did. So they talked to me about who should get what and what they thought and who should look after them and stuff like that. And so they actually asked me, Mum and Dad asked me, who do you think should look after them when they're old and if they ever get sick? And I specified who and why certain ones, each. I went through every single sibling, and blame me for that. I don't care. I saw things, and that's why I guess Mum and Dad, they knew that I was realistic, honest, not just honest, but transparent, and spoke the truth. I always did the best I could, and I got slammed many times for speaking up the truth when I had the courage and the boldness and things like that. Anyway, so this sadly is the house that we're saying goodbye to. I'm saying goodbye to. This is the last bits I have to do. I've got things that were strewn everywhere. They were ready to go in boxes. I was trying to figure out what I don't want. I didn't want everything to come with me. So this is the last part. So I've done the plants today. That was my main job today, was to do the plants, because I didn't want them left behind, because they're living. God gave them as gifts to me through various people, mainly MR and my children, and also God himself. So this is amazing that one tree survived out of 3, but I have baby ones that God gave to me. So I have baby ones that I'm trying to look after as best I can. So yeah, it's very sad. Just the whole idea of it being stolen, not by Timothy. I don't think it was him. He had changed through the vaccine, and the woman that he unfortunately got bewitched by. She's just not a good person at all. I won't go into that. God knows, and has made life very miserable, made sure that I would never be part of my son's life. That was her threat. And she recorded me in secret without me knowing, and my son didn't believe me, and so he passed the audio recording, and she says, yeah. And if it wasn't on it, it was hard to listen to it all. But she definitely threatened me that I'd never get to see the grandkids. If she was threatening to have kids with my son, and she lied. She wasn't even finished a relationship. She wasn't even divorced. And then even when she got divorced, it still wasn't divorced a year later. I mean, it's just insane. So it's I don't know how God's going to rectify any of this, or I know He's able to. I don't know what it's going to look like, but whether I can ever get anything for my children. This was it. This was the dream house, and the saddest part was that I was happy that Timothy got to choose the house. Being the firstborn son. And we were in BC, and so he traveled all the way to Calgary. I forget where he was going to, Edmonton and Calgary, for work. And he chose this house. He wanted this house, so I kind of went with the flow, and there was nothing I could actually do anyway. So this house, he decided to sell and force us all out, and unfortunately the action, and I think it wasn't by him, even though much other people saying he agreed to it. Like, I get that, the fact that he agreed to it, but when you manipulate it, there's actually, you don't understand, it's like some invisible force is pulling the strings, and there's nothing I could do. And I've described it on Facebook. What my second elder sister did to me when she was here in Canada, when she was visiting. She manipulated me to do something that she wanted, and there was nothing I could do until I completed it. Literally, I tried to not do it, and I found myself doing it, and I was fighting against it, and it was the most weirdest experience. It was like somebody was pulling my strings to do what she wanted. That's called manipulation. It's called witchcraft. It's a spell. So I believe that's what happened to my son with this woman who bewitched him. Okay, she cast a spell on him, and whether she knows that she's doing that or not, it doesn't matter. That's what she did. And I believe Timothy, my son, who I called Al, means dear. He was dear to me. Ayala was my firstborn, and she's dear also to me, a female version. And my youngest is also dear, and this house was from Granddad and my grandmother, from Granddad and Grandma, for the children, through me. And that is the most grievous thing of all of this situation. So anyway, it's a bit of a mess right now, but that's what moving is. It's all about messy and tidying up and boxing things up. So it's November the something. I don't know what day it is. Friday was the 1st, I believe. Is that correct? Or was it Saturday? I can't even remember. I don't even know what day it is today. I think it's the 3rd of was it 2nd of November? Maybe the party was yesterday. Did I go to a party yesterday? Oh, it's Friday. It was Friday, because yesterday was moving. So yeah, yesterday was moving day. So 2nd, it was yesterday. Today is 3rd, which is Sunday, and Tuesday is election day for United States of America. So anyway, shalom, and I just wanted to show that.